Good morning, everybody, and happy Earth Day. I hope you enjoyed the Earth Day video. It is April 21st, and we are here with 5th grade science. I'm depending on you guys. You are the generation that's going to make sure you take care of our Earth. You have a lot of good feelings about the Earth and feelings about the issues with plastic, which is doing a lot to cause problems for our poor Earth. So I'm depending on you when I'm very old. Yes, that's true. I'm not old yet, you know. When I get old, I'm depending on you to take care of the environment. So remember that. Jack, your brother, please put on your cameras. Jack, your brother's going to take care of me when I'm older. He's getting me a cottage to live in when I get old and retire. Did you know that?
Which brother?
David.
What?
When he becomes rich and famous, he's buying me a cottage. He's going to have a little cottage by a swimming pool for me to live in. And so, Jack, your job, what you have to do to take care of me is to take care of the Earth and make sure you get out there and be a warrior for the Earth and take care of the Earth, okay?
Okay.
I want to see flowers and trees in my Earth, not plastic. Okay? All right. Okay. So today we're going to continue on with our study about ecosystems. You were to do page 223. We didn't get it done for our home. We didn't get it done in class, so I said kind of do that for homework. So if you could get, you're going to need both books. Get your new book and your old book. We're going to alternate for this lesson. This chapter, we're going to alternate old and new book, so you'll need both. So we're now in the new book, page 223. And you guys were looking at a picture. It said local bird watchers have been tracking an endangered owl species. The owl's food is the rabbit's population, which eat grass. As the city expands, planners have taken care to not remove the trees that the owl nests are in, but the bird watchers have counted fewer birds. What are some of the things that you have written down to answer the question of why you think the owls have left the area? What do you think can be done to get them back? And this is a tough question. How would you test your ideas? Okay. If you want to answer, unmute your mic. Don't raise your hand, unmute your mic. That's like raising your hand.
I think page.
Wait till I call your name. Lily, go ahead. Lily?
I think the owls have left the area because there is not enough rabbits in the area for them. And we can get more rabbits to put in the area.
Okay.
For them, and then we can track the owls and see how they're doing, what they're eating and all that.
Okay, good.
What's the page? What's the page?
Jack, it was the page you had for homework, 223.
I said, as the city grew, it took up the grass the rabbits ate. With less food, the rabbit population got smaller. The owls then didn't have any food, so they left the area. To bring them back, I would make a lot of parks with vegetation and wildlife. I would test this by taking a park and putting things there that will attract rabbits and make them want to build homes there.
Okay, good. One thing, Lily, I think that you missed, you started off with not enough rabbits. I agree, but I think Olympia kind of hit on why. You know, you have to say, why isn't there enough rabbits? In the first picture, there's plenty of rabbits, and we know rabbits have a lot of babies and have a lot of...
There is not enough area for them to live.
Good point, Irfan. Why is there not enough area, Irfan, for them to live?
The plants have gone, like all the flowers, all the nice flowers and all that, they're gone.
Oh, so the area,
And they
so
like flowers.
buildings and The buildings around it have been built, getting rid of more open plans
Yeah.
for the rabbits and the
If
owls.
you look in the first picture, the city is way back there and you have huge fields around it. Now, when you see the cute little house there with the bridge, you also see the city is built up quite a bit more than what it was in the first picture. So that is affecting the animals in the environment.
It could
Let's
also be that the rabbits have just been going to different areas for hibernation and other things. And so the owls need the rabbits for food.
They do. In the past, actually, I have to get into the school to get some supplies, and I do know there's some owl pellets there. I want to see that Mrs. Brown left behind. When I used to study when I taught fifth grade science years ago, we always got an owl pellet and did an owl pellet. So I'm going to check and see what's there. I don't know if I can get them to you or not. I'm kind of missing
an owl pellet in our mailbox.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I have enough, if there's enough there, I might just drop an owl pellet in your mailbox.
It says for you. Mom, don't touch that bag. Don't touch it.
All right. Well, I'll let you know how I make out.
Out for 3 days.
Well, yeah, that's right. We can wait 3 days. Okay, let's go to page 224. And this page is building a model of an ecosystem. Alex, could you read today? I haven't seen hiding her hair. Are you today? Hi there. Move your computer so that it's looking at you and I can see your handsome face and those pretty brown eyes. Now you're gone again. All I see is your shoulder. You've got to turn your computer so I can see you. Okay. Would you like to read page 224? Would that be okay? Okay, go ahead.
Moving energy and matter. Building a model of an ecosystem. There are many ways in which organisms interact with each other and their environments. You've discovered that plants make their own food by using energy from the sun. But how does that food matter? Food matter move through an ecosystem.
Okay.
Tracing matter and energy from grasses to owls. Using the evidence below, draw or write the names of the organisms in the circles to model how matter and energy move through the ecosystem.
Okay.
Continue?
No, they can do the rest on their own. There are 4 pictures there, and you need to put them. This is fairly simple. They have the sun for you already for the first part. What would be the next circle in the model that goes from energy to how matter and energy move through the ecosystem? So we're starting with the sun. What would be your next circle? Go ahead and do the circles using the 3 other pictures there, the rabbits, the grass, and the owls. Okay, unmute your mic when you have those done, so I know you're ready. Okay, Grace Moya, go ahead and tell us what you said.
I said the sun will grow the grass, and then the rabbits will eat the grass, and the owls will eat the rabbits.
Okay, good. So we see that part of the reason that the rabbits are disappearing is that their food source is disappearing. They have less and less grass to eat.
We have math and religion left.
Okay. Okay, could I have, Grace, could you read the last paragraph on that page? All organisms, Grace.
Okay.
Thank you.
All organisms in an ecosystem depend on producers to capture energy from the sun. The producers use this energy to make matter that is not food into matter that is food.
Okay. All right, that's all we're going to do in this book today, so you can set that aside and get out your hardback book, and it is page 200. Okay, this is basically talking about the same things. And I'm going to have you do vocabulary words from this page for homework. So we're just going to read these 2 pages, and then the vocabulary words that are in yellow highlighting would be your list of vocabulary words. You may decide how you want to do your vocabulary. If you want to do it on the computer in your Google Classroom, that's fine. If you want to do it on paper and put it into your folder, your science folder, whichever works best for you, because you kind of have to get a feel for how, how you can best study. So it's up to you which way you want to do it. Okay?
So are we doing all the vocab in one day, right?
All the vocabulary on these 2 pages, we're going to do 200 and
Oh,
201.
Okay, only those 2 pages.
Yes. I'm sure, if you want to, there's not many more. There's only a couple more. That's up to you. But for tomorrow, you need to have ecosystem, herbivore, carnivore, food chain, and decomposer as your vocabulary words. Okay, I need someone to read. Who feels like reading today? Unmute your mic if you feel like reading. Okay, Olympia, you do the first paragraph, and Lily do the second paragraph. Actually, I only have 2 people. Olympia, do the first page, and Lily, you can do the second page.
Okay. Energy transfer. You
Honey,
read
a
that
little loud.
plants-
Get your microphone a little closer.
Energy transfer. You read that plants make their own food through the process of photosynthesis. So do a few other organisms, such as algae and lichens. Plants are the main producers in most land ecosystems. An ecosystem includes all the organisms in an area and the environment in which they live. This is a tundra ecosystem. All the organisms shown here are part of a tundra ecosystem. An ecosystem includes many kinds of organisms. Some tundra animals, like caribou, eat plants and other producers. The food energy stored in the reindeer moss is transferred to the caribou. An animal that eats plants or other producers is an herbivore. That seems like a typo. Herbivores are also called first-level consumers. Other tundra animals, such as wolves, don't eat plants. They get their energy by eating other animals, like caribou. Food energy stored in the caribou is transferred to the wolf. An animal that eats mainly other animals is a carnivore. Carnivores are also called second-level consumers.
Okay.
I think I saw this in the other book. It had like reindeer moss and like stuff like this. But reindeer moss. A lichen. Yeah. Is that how
Lichen.
you say it? A
Lichen.
lichen makes food by photosynthesis. The food energy is stored in the organism. The caribou gets its energy by eating reindeer moss.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. All right, we're ready for Lily, and she's going to do the part about food chain and decomposers.
Some animals called omnivores.
Omnivores.
Omnivores. I forgot that one. Eat both plants and other animals. Omnivores can be first level or second level consumers. The bear shown on the first page on the lesson is an omnivore. So are most people. In another ecosystem, a large carnivore, such as a hawk, might eat a smaller carnivore such as a snake, that makes the hawk a third level consumer. Each time something eats something else, food energy is transferred from one organism to the next. The transfer of getting energy between organisms is called a food chain. When plants and animals die, what happens to the food energy stored in their remains? The remains are broken down and the food energy is used by decomposers. A decomposer is a consumer that gets its food energy by breaking down the remains of dead organisms. Decomposers can be animals such as earthworms. Many decomposers are fungi,
Fungi.
fungi.
You know, like a fun guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, others are single-celled organisms. Protist,
Protists.
protist, or bear. Hold on. I'm sorry, I have to do this for music class. Decomposers use some of their nutrients as food. The rest become mixed up in the soil. Then plant roots can make up these nutrients. In this way, decomposers connect both ends of a food chain. You know that all the organisms in an
Ecosystem.
ecosystem depends on producers to make food. Then food energy is transferred through the ecosystem from one consumer level to another. All along the way, decomposers get energy from the remains of dead organisms. Any nutrients not used are returned to the soil.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so that's giving us a basics of the ecosystem. And that's pretty much all I have today. So you can work on your vocabulary words. Do you have any questions or comments you want to make on what we're studying here?
Our only homework is just to do the vocab, right?
Yes, and let me also say that I did put like a regular Google Doc that you can get that inherited traits test fixed up. Gracie, yours is okay because I have yours printed out. And you have good sentences. Remember that each one of those questions is worth 5 points. So if you wrote because of this, you probably aren't going to get 5 points for that. So if I really think we need this grade in our book, but there's no reason you shouldn't be able to get 25 points. These are all questions you were assigned for homework. We went over them and told the right answers, the correct answers. So make sure you have a good, thorough answer. And most of you kind of could, Grace's were pretty thorough answers. Yeah, I know. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I know I messed this up terribly. This was my first test that I put out, and I don't like this quiz form. Pia, I have yours, part of yours here. I think you had good, thorough questions. Alex and Alex, most of yours are good sentences, but just if you could get them into that form, and I will give you 3 bonus points for anyone who puts it in because it was my fault that I used this form and it didn't work out, and I'm making you do more work. So I'm going to give you some bonus points for that.
So we just go to the form, we just like retype like what we did, like we just do the test again?
Okay. Yes, and before, like Lily, I have all of yours. I printed yours out from before. If you're happy with your answers, let me know. Because I have Lily's. Jack, I have yours. Yours looks like they're good sentences.
Do you have mine?
Irfan, let me check. I printed them out way long ago. Some of them, I mean, I have. It's just a mess. I have Grace's. Irfan, I don't know if I have yours, Irfan. I don't have one with your name on.
I wrote my name on it, but I think I wrote it at the bottom.
Well, if you come see me at 2 o'clock, I'll try and see if I can tell you the answers on some of these pages that have no name on and see if they're yours. Did you do the second one, Irfan?
What do you mean, the second test?
Yeah.
Well, no, I do not redo the test. I just did the test, and then I'm pretty sure you printed it out a long time ago, and then now you don't know where it is.
Yeah, I have one here. It only has 4 answers. There should be 5, I believe. P is
more than 5.
no, I think there was only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There was an extra meiosis one. Meiosis.
Mrs. Wetzel, my sister wants to say hi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got to go in a minute or two, so I'll say hi to her. Where is she?
Hi, Mrs. Wetzel.
Oh, hi, the big sis. I thought it was going to be Georgia. How are you, Isabella?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How is college going online?
We're not doing as much work as you guys are doing.
Oh, Jack, that's terrible. No work for you. If your college sister's doing less, we better back it up, buddy.
I know. What if we don't do online classes and do videos? Then we can do it whenever we want.
What?
Easy for the family.
Oh, please. You would miss me too much.
You would.
Yeah. Guess who came? I think, Isabella, you probably remember these guys, Pickles and Bubbles. They might have had different names. The water frogs.
Frogs. Yep, I remember the frogs.
Yeah, there's 2 left yet.
Really?
Yeah. I don't remember how old they were. I was trying to ask around to say, did you remember when we had the frogs in 4th grade? Trying to figure out how old they are. They're pretty old.
Yeah, they were there before I got there. So they're older than me.
Yeah. So how many years has it been since you've been in 4th grade, Isabel?
Oh my goodness, like 8 or 9. Long time.
So those frogs have to be around 10 years old then, right?
Yeah.
Crazy. Look at your brother. He's working look at him, feverishly working, getting his homework done. Wait,
I'm already working on this homework. I finished Spanish and math homework already.
you're awesome.
He's a machine.
He's a machine, yeah.
All right. Just wanted to say hi.
I gotta go. Good to see you, Isabel. Thanks for saying hi. Miss you.
Miss you too.
Bye.